Should be good. Should be good. Let me just sort the link out. Press the wrong button. Good evening, all. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Tonight is the season finale, season 6 finale here at Miami in Tier 3. Comms tonight, you've got myself, Clay Mull, and joined by ex-Tier 3 driver, Ninja. This is Championship Decider now. We'll touch on the points and the breakdown and that shortly once we get into the session, but this is what it's all come down to now between Cal Trim and Jampot. And racing Miami for the first time here in Tier 3. Obviously, we ran it Tier 1 and 2 Friday night. So, yeah, definitely a difficult track. What did you think of it on Friday? Yeah, definitely a tricky track. One where I think practice will pay off, if I'm honest. You wouldn't want to be coming into this one with no practice. There's a message there saying can't hear Ninja. Double check your settings for me, please, bud. Let me just double check I've got share party audio. 1 second. Yeah, it's all right on my end. Try going into your main settings and doing it through that on this one. Definitely, you got into the broadcast section of the settings as well. Yeah. Right, my settings are definitely right, mate. Can anyone confirm if you can hear Ninja now, please? Yeah, no problem. Apologies for this, guys. Just a couple of technical issues. see if anyone can hear you now. No, I still can't hear you on stream, mate. It's definitely got to be one of your settings, mate, whether it's in the party settings or in the stream settings. Go into the party and see if you can do it in there as well. It's different for you on PS4, but there's an option for sharing audio within the party. No. In the party. So if you go into the party and then let me just see if I can get to a menu that's similar on mine. So if you go into the Arcom's party, there should be an options menu, and on mine it says voice chat settings, and there's one that says share your voice. Well, click party audio then.
It is.
Yeah.
Right. Good evening, good evening. Can anybody hear me now? Awesome,
Yeah,
awesome.
there we go.
Fastest lap. There we go. Good evening.
Right, welcome all. Apologies for the issues. We have now got Ninja on comms. You can hear him. Unfortunately, you can hear him.
Hi.
It's been a while since you've done comms, mate. You looking forward to this?
Oh, I am. I really am. Earlier on this season, I did comms with Dan, so coming
you did. Sorry, you stepped in. Yeah, while I was away.
Yeah, so coming in and commentating with you is going to be very, very interesting. Terriers, can we go back to Ninja being quiet? No, we cannot.
Yeah, unfortunately, I could still hear him in the party, so it wasn't brilliant for me either.
Thanks, lads. What a way to feel welcome.
No, but as we were saying, very, very tricky track. One that definitely I think practice will pay off. And as I briefly touched on, we have a championship battle on the line here. Let me just pull up the information that Jampot kindly put together for us. So there's 10 points splitting Carl and Jampot at the top of the table. If Carl crashes out of the race, Jam needs 5th or higher. If Carl comes 4th, 5th or 6th, Jam has to win. If Carl comes 3rd, 2nd or 1st, the title is his. There's nothing Jam can do. So it's all dependent on where Carl finishes, basically. Obviously Jam needs a good race himself, but if Carl's on the podium, then yeah, Jam's shit out of luck, really.
So it all goes down to the 29 lap race here at Miami.
Yeah, and as we said earlier, first time these lads have raced here, so it's not going to be an easy one. Very tight technical track, a bit difficult to overtake. There are a few overtaking spots, mainly in the DRS zones, but be interesting to see how it goes. I know Friday night in Tier 2 wasn't too bad, to be honest. I think we had one VSC, one safety car. Other than that, it was a very clean race, very good race.
Safety car obviously coming from myself.
Yes. And with the penalty I took, it cost me a lot of positions, so thank you very much.
Not a problem. And as I said earlier, you've really got to be cautious of the chicane in Sector 2, Sector 3, wherever you want to call it. When you've got worn tyres, it can get a bit squirrely, as there is a 5-place grid penalty for Citron for a collision with Steve.
Oh, he is on his outlap as well at the moment, so
Yeah.
not too sure what's happened there. That's not great. We're just on board with Kane, who's on a hot lap at the moment. He's just gone past Steve, so it looks like he's catching a bit of traffic, to be honest. And this is another thing as well. Tight tracks like this, we've seen Singapore that we've debuted this season as well. Miami, which we're debuting now. These tight tracks, it's difficult when you're on a hot lap, and you do have some traffic ahead of you. We've had a McLaren go straight on in Sector 2 as well, off the track. I think he's just turning around now. Nerf currently, that was on an outlap as well. 31 flat he's managed so far.
I'm not sure what went on. I've just noticed mechanicals on mediums.
Yeah, we get a couple of the guys who, it tends to be the faster guys really, who go out, do a lap on the mediums. We'll have a quick check. As Kane manages a 29.5, puts himself P4, so good lap time there from Kane. Hound is just starting a lap.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mechanical, Dylan, the only two that have got the mediums on so far. Jam saying there's only about a 1/10 or 2 difference between the softs and the mediums, so might be a bit closer. But yeah, we tend to only see a couple of guys who run the mediums in this Q1 session. Hound is over 2/10 under Sector 1, so he is improving. I think Gameful's just jumped on that list as well now, so he is in the session. We're up to 19 drivers.
Happy days. I'm currently on board with Dylan, who's just getting to the chicane. As I mentioned, that can be a bit weary.
On with Hound at that point at the moment. He's just come through the chicane onto that little back straight, and he's almost 8/10 under at Sector 2, purple Sector 2, so Hound improving massively there on his second run.
As Dylan now comes to the penultimate corner. And it's 29.4 for Dylan.
Yeah, brilliant lap time there. Steve has improved as well, 29.9 up to P7. So definitely improving on his second run there. Also up in 4th as well, 29.4. But your current title challengers, we've got Jam in P1, Carl in P2. Both of them sat in the pits at the moment.
There is only, well, a 1/10 and a quarter.
Yeah, Dan just pointed out as well, it's a debut for Citron. Currently P15, he's got no ERS and a flashing fuel light at the moment, so he doesn't look like he's going to be improving this lap. Apologies for jumping in over you there, Ninja.
No worries. Jackie's gone second.
Yeah,
behind Jam.
Jackie's 1 lap pace is brilliant. He's been consistent all season during qualifying. It's just when it comes to the race, he gets caught up. So it'll be interesting to see, because it's quite a tricky race start. This, to be honest, you've not got such a long run down to turn 1, and yeah, it is a tight corner, heavy braking zone. It caught me out on Friday night. I braked slightly too late, and yeah, unfortunately tagged the driver ahead, so hopefully we don't see that tonight, but anything can happen.
That is very, very true. Yeah, as I was saying, it sounds like a bit like me when I was in Tier 3.
Yeah.
I was always getting caught up in little things.
Yeah, quality pace was always great, and then, yeah, it pretty much over the first couple of laps of the race.
Yeah.
which, if I'm honest, we've seen a lot from Dylan beginning of this season, involved in a lot of incidents, but doing an absolutely brilliant job in this second half of the season. Let me just pull up the little statistic I've got. 1 second.
We got James just coming up to the line now. Let's see where his time will put him. It's a 32.2, keeps him 17th. As Gainful now on a lap. Another minute in Sector 1. As he goes round, I think it's turn 6. The place where you had your 3-second penalty for dipping a tyre over the line.
Yeah. Oh,
Turn 6?
Hound's retired. Oh, he's retired in the pits. Apologies. I think it's 7, 8. It's like a little, the left-hander, then the little right kink. Yeah, I cut the curb and somehow managed to pick up a penalty.
We have Big Lou on a lap as well at the minute. Just come in to the corner, which has no number.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one I'm on about.
Yeah, same here.
I'm struggling to find this stat, if I'm honest. Oh, there we go. Between Dylan and Gameful, they've won 5 out of the last 6 races.
Ooh.
So Alpine had a brilliant end to the season here in Tier 3. They had a very difficult start, but they've done a stellar job the second half of the season. And if I'm honest, that's where it's mattered. That has helped secure Alpine the Constructors' title. So Alpine are Constructors' champions for Season 6. That's before tonight's race, but the big one tonight is this championship battle between Jam and Carl, and Jam currently in the lead though. He's got the edge over Carl, but it's not over yet.
No, it is not. But something we've seen with Tier 1 and 2 is this track can play a lot of surprises. Like, I personally found myself in quite a bit of bother with this track.
Yeah,
even after a bit of practice.
It is a difficult track. If I'm honest, it's a track that I fairly like. Now, obviously Friday night was the first time I raced it in a league, but when I've done it in co-op career and stuff like that, I have kind of enjoyed it. I do like the flow of the track. But yeah, it is going to be difficult. It's definitely difficult when you've got obviously 20 cars all trying to take the same line. But just to answer the comments there, Jam saying legit question: what happens if me and Carl have the same points after tonight? Is it an egg and spoon race or something? Unfortunately not, but I think we might have to change the rule book to have that in for Season 7, because that would be quite fun to watch. But no, it's we do count back, goes on race wins, and then I believe it's podiums. It is all detailed in the rule book. But yeah, definitely do count back on race wins. Which, if I'm honest, I think could cost Carl, because Carl started the season really strong, but then he's just been consistent after that. I don't think he's had any race wins.
Ah, very, very interesting.
So it could be close. Could be very close. I think the only way we get a tie is if Jam takes the fastest lap and wins, and Carl's third.
Ooh. You said there's 10 points, yeah?
Yeah, 10 points between the two. I'm just basing everything on Jam's maths that he did earlier.
Yeah. If Carl crashes out, Jam needs P6 or higher. No, P5 or higher. P6 would end in a draw.
Ah, right, so there are more options of a draw. Right.
Yes. King Luckman, 129.2.
Yeah, brilliant that time though. Luckman as well has had a good end to this season. He's been up there. To be honest, he's been close behind Jam in past couple of races. He's looked really good towards the end of this season. Brilliant for the Mercedes team.
As Jan says, 2-1 in race wins from me.
Ooh, so yeah, if it does go to a tie, Jam will win the championship on countback.
Wow. That would be interesting.
Yeah, James Power has invalidated his lap, so he won't be improving. Nerf Pack is currently on a lap.
I'm on board with Mechanical.
Yeah, Mechanical's further ahead than Nerf. Just coming through that chicane now. Sorry, coming up to the chicane now.
Yeah. Mechanical's going through the chicane at the moment.
Sector 2 split. Almost
Mechanical's
9/10
under. Mechanical's 8/10 under. So
yeah.
This is going to be interesting.
Let's see what Nerf manages now. Just come through Sector 2. Oh, he's a 10.5 over, so he's not improving at the moment. Is Gameful on a lap as well? He is. Gameful's just behind Mechanical on track, so...
Oh.
As Mechanical goes P5. Gameful crossed the line. P7, 29.4. Is Nerf improving?
Back? No, 6,600.
Close. It says purple sector 3 that he set there, but didn't improve, unfortunately. And that is going to be it. There's nobody further down now that can change position. We're just waiting for Lutman to cross the line. Yeah,
Steve
that's
says
it.
He was lucky.
So we are... Oh, I've just missed the list now, but... Yeah, brilliant qualifying Q1 session there from Lutman, finishing second just behind his teammate. Yeah, Jam setting the fastest time there. Lutman and Jackie separated by 4 thousandths of a second. Carl not too far behind either. Mechanical still close to that as well. Dylan setting his time on the mediums, so probably a bit of pace there on the softs. But yeah, very close qualifying session. Your top 15 covered by less than 8/10. Unfortunately, Citroen's picked up a 5th-place grid penalty, but we are losing James Power, Saki, Citroen, and Nerf Pack from Q1.
I wasn't expecting Nerf Pack to go out in the first qualifying session.
Yeah, it's one of them tracks. If you don't get a clean lap in, you know, it just adds more pressure to your next run. And I think that's what's happened, if I'm honest. I might be wrong, but it looks like the pressure may have got to him a little bit.
Sounds like a bit like our qualifying session in Q3 on Friday.
Yeah, we won't talk about that.
No.
There was actually a message in the chat earlier saying that we had wet quali dry race, so it could be similar to what we saw on Friday night in terms of qualifying. So we'll see. That session definitely looked clear skies, looked dry all the way. Oh, how you saying?
60 minutes into quali.
Yeah, 60 minutes. So we'll probably get a full dry quali, to be honest.
Aww.
Definitely blue skies in the background there.
As long as it doesn't start like our race start on Friday. Tipping it down in the formation, that thing. Blue, clear skies. I think that's Steve coming out already.
I think Scotty's the first car on track.
Then it's a Mercedes of Jumper. Coming up nice and early. I wonder if either Jam or Carl have got a bit of champagne ready for the end of this race.
Pressure's definitely on. If I'm honest, I think. Would you say the pressure's on Carl maybe more? He's had like I said, a quieter season. Started really well, but then just been consistent and plugging away. And basically, Jam can only do something if Carl lands in a certain position. So I don't know. I don't know whose shoes I'd rather be in there, if I'm honest. Well, actually, no, I do definitely. I'd rather be in Carl's shoes. I'd rather be leading the championship.
Yeah, I'd definitely rather be in Carl's position, trying to fight for a certain position to win the championship. That would just be all in my head as I was qualifying during the race and just trying to get to that one position.
And that's it. Any little mistake, you think you've just thrown it away.
Exactly. But
yeah, go on.
I'm not Jam. I don't know how Jam thinks.
He has had a very, very solid end to second half of the season. His pit stops and strategies have been phenomenal, to be honest. His undercut earlier in the season was massive, making him 7 positions.
Wow.
Absolutely brilliant. Me and Dan, while we were on comms, thought he's made a bit of a mistake pitting so early. I think he pitted 2-3 laps earlier. But yeah, made a number of positions up. His strategies have been fairly spot on, to be honest.
There's a person who I haven't seen in a while. Good evening, Unethical Toast.
Ooh, Scott is just invalidated at the chicane.
Jam got safe through the chicane.
Yeah, he's got the Mercedes of Jam behind, so I'll just jump on with Jam. He will be the first one to set a valid lap time. Unethical Toast, good to see you.
Wonder if he's going to tear up Tier 3 again.
I don't think he's allowed back down here. He's too fast for this.
Good evening. A 129 dead from Jam Pot.
Yeah, definitely putting the pressure on now, so let's see what the rest of the lads manage.
A 129.4 from Big Lou, that's not bad.
It's not at all. 29.7 from Colin, 29.9, Luckman 29.9. Well, Hound and Luckman separated by 1,000th of a second.
Ooh, Carl, 21.1.
29.1, wow. So yeah, Carl's looking strong, to be honest, in this final race. And if I'm honest, I think that pressure might get him to Jam a little bit. Ooh, Kane Lowry separates him as well. Ooh. And Bark's up there as well now.
This could be very, very interesting going into the race. In fact, this could be more than interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely not over yet. We've got Dylan out on track as well. Osso's on a lap now. Dylan has invalidated, so does he go into the pits? No, he goes for another run. I got Osso on a lap at the moment, but he is catching traffic just at the end of Sector 2 here.
That could play into his favour, though. Got a little bit off the DRS.
Yeah, was that his teammate there? Just,
I believe it is. Yeah. Would that have been?
Yeah, Big Lou, I think it was, just giving him a bit of a slipstream there down that back straight. Also,
29.4.
Got Dylan just coming through the straight on Sector 2 now. Coming up to that tricky chicane. Oh, Gameful's just left the session. Can you fire him another invite for us, please, bud?
No worries.
Dylan is on the soft tyre this time, so I would expect him to be quicker than his Q1 time. He's trying to nick a slipstream.
I can't send Gameful another one.
No problem. Just give it a couple of minutes, then we'll.
No worries.
Try again. Dylan's just coming up to the line now. 28.5.
Jesus!
Wow. Half a second. I expected him to, improve his pace from the mediums, but I didn't expect it to be that much. Just on board with Scotty at the moment, as he's on his hot lap at the moment. Just going to try and fire again for another invite.
Jams just said, couldn't answer some questions just driving. I definitely feel the pressure of Carl is consistent as heck. I also don't have any champagne ready, but I do have a Mercedes bath mat ready to eat.
I'm gonna guess that'll taste better than the Red Bull one.
John Potts also just said, I said it last week, Dylan is actually Thomas Ronha. And Unethical Toast say, might see another title go into the Breakfast Club tonight.
Yeah, Jam on Toast, teammates a couple of seasons ago. Scotty's just coming through the final corner now. Run up to the line. At 29.6 puts himself P9, puts Mechanical in that risky position. Just see if I can fire Gameful an invite now, because it wouldn't let me. Still won't let me. It says he's in the session.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. Terrier says, when's your return, Toasty?
Just on board with Hound, he's on an out lap. He will be the first to start his second run here. As I am about to pour myself another drink.
Happy days. As Dylan says, well then. And Jampot says 5/10 is actually ridiculous, though. It is.
It is.
A 129.9 to Steve. A thousandth of a second behind Lockman.
No, that was his out lap. He's not started his hot lap yet.
Oh, but he's a thousandth behind Lockman.
Yeah.
Wow.
The old out lap timing screen thing caught you out, as it catches me and Dan every single week.
Yep. I haven't done this in a while. I've got an excuse. You two haven't.
Every single week it gets me. As so we got, we're still on board with Hound. He's going to be the first to finish this flying lap.
With Carl not behind, so with you and Steve, I'll have a look at Carl. Carl's 2 tons under.
Steve's just coming up. Well, he's just gone through the chicane. Let's see what his sector 2 split is. He's almost 4 tenths under. Same purple sector 2 for Steve.
Carl is just over 3 tenths under. Purple sector 2 for Carl.
See what he manages around the final corner. Dylan now retiring in the pits, comfortable and happy with his time. Steve just negotiating that final corner now. And a 29.6 improves by almost 3 tenths, but it only moves him up to P9.
Carl 28.8.
Yeah, puts himself ahead of Jam. Be interesting to see now whether Jam bothers going for an extra run in this session. Obviously, I think he's going to be comfortably through there with his time, but will he risk going for another fast lap, trying to beat Carl? Is there any point? Will he wait? We'll see. Will he save a set of tyres for the Q3 session?
Personally, I wouldn't risk it. Settle it down, go into Q3, keep that set of tyres and just throw all hands in Q3.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. It's just myself on Friday, I found maybe an extra lap in quali trim was a bit better for me in terms of practice, getting an extra bit of lap time, bit of track time, sorry. I got Lutman just coming up to the line as well. And I've been done by the outlap thing again. I'm sat there looking at Lutman going, why is he still pushing? He's just crossed the line.
This is ridiculous. I wish I was back in Tier 3, but you know what? I'm going to put the question out there. Am I too quick for Tier 3?
I'm going to say no. As Lutman's a second under.
Wow, and he's getting the toe.
That is massive for Lutman there. I'd expect to see him ahead of Jam here, if I'm honest. He's going to dip into the 28s.
But how far into the 28s is the question?
A 28.6. Wow. Quality lap there from Lutman. That is yeah, insane pace. Improving by 1.2 seconds. Massive there from Lutman. But will Jam like that? His teammate ahead of him.
As Dan says, Ninja just got binned. Thanks.
Scotty is out on the mediums, currently 7 thousandths under his time at Sector 1. Sector 2 is half a tenth under, so he is improving, but not by enough. I think he's taking a big risk, to be honest, going on the medium tyres.
Oh, yeah. As Jam says, bit worried about the track evolution now, hope I've done enough. Yeah,
Scotty improving by a tenth there, but it's put him to P10, but all the lads behind him are out on hot laps on soft tyres. Chip Hazard's just coming up, 130.4, so he doesn't improve. Gameful is on a lap at the moment. No, he's not. That's his out lap, he's no ERS on. Mechanical is on an outlap as well. Hound's coming up to the end of his outlap. We'll jump on with Gameful. He's not yet set a time. He's just about to start his flying lap. Just saw the yellow flags flash up. I believe that is... Oh, Jackie's retired in the pits.
Oh, in P7 though.
Yeah, a bit of a risky one, especially track evolution is going to play a part here. Gameful obviously not yet set a time, but I'd expect to see mechanical improve as well. Chris is definitely capable of putting a lap in. Scotty, unfortunately, I think on the mediums is not going to improve. But also and Big Lou as well could quite easily improve here. So risky game, if I'm honest, for Jackie though.
And it is getting a little bit darker as well.
Yeah,
cloud forming.
Definitely coming over. Just on with Gameful at the moment. Let's see what his Sector 2 split is. 6.6 under, which would be what, 31.2. So not quite enough. I presume he's going to improve massively through Sector 3 as well. So we'll see.
Mechanical 4 tenths under in Sector 2.
Yeah, so definitely improving. Jackie might be at risk here, we'll see. Chips into the pits. Scotty's crossed the line. Gameful P9. Ooh. Osso's half a second under. Mechanical's gone up to P6. Hounds backed off. Hounds into the pit. Osso's up to P4. 28.7 from Osso.
Get in!
Big Lou is facing a wall currently. Chris is almost 6 steps under. Chris currently P15. Let's see what he manages now just on his run to the line.
P10!
P10, 29.3. He's not Big Lou out.
Wow. A lot of, 5 drivers into the 28s there.
Yeah, unbelievably close. Looking at times that are Jam Mechanical, very close. Obviously, Kane and Lutman both separated by about half a tenth. And again, close in the guys that have just missed out, to be honest. 0.03 of a second there, costing Big Lou to Chris. Gameful weren't far behind Lou at all either, so... Jam says pot luck. Obviously referring to his teammate King Lutman.
Wow. Also, his first lap was on old tyres.
Makes sense. Oh, yeah, but good to see him there, less than 2 tenths off the P1 time, so showing a bit of pace. And again, your top 13 pretty much covered by a second. Unfortunately, losing Chip Hazard, Hound, Scotty, Gameful, and Big Lou from that Q2 session. As we move into Q3 now, your top 10 will be looking. Will the weather stay dry? Do you reckon we'll get the rain that was forecast?
I reckon the last 5 minutes of qualifying will be wet.
As Dan says, if Lutman can stay up there, he could potentially play a part in the title. That is true. We saw him defending really well behind Jam last week. Now, obviously, Jam will want him to be behind and defending again, but with that quali pace, he's looking a bit racy himself, is Lutman.
Yeah, I mean, ever since I've started working, I'm not really following on with races and times and whatnot, but Lockman showing unbelievable pace.
Yeah, definitely. Improved massively this second half of the season. Last few races, even more so. As Jam's just been held up to let Carl go. Which he won't like. Also, it is the first car out on track at the moment.
Indeed he is, but it does look to be getting a bit more cloudy.
Yeah, definitely looks a lot darker. Track temps will be dropping, but it doesn't. I wouldn't say we're close to rain. I'm sure we'll see soon whether we're going to get it or not. But be interesting to see whether the race starts wet. Obviously, it caught us out on Friday night. Not caught us out, sorry, but the rain started towards the end of the formation lap, and then all of a sudden it was dry for the race start.
And then halfway in lap 1 it started raining.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how it pans out, whether it is going to be the race start that's wet or whether it is just maybe the end of qualifying. But we'll see soon. Everyone is on dry tyres at the moment. And Osso is going to be the first one to start a hot lap, so we'll stick on board with him. Just extra bit of added pressure, Osso. Everyone's watching you. Don't bin it.
Better not bin it. I know the Alpine has won the constructors, but it'd be nice for us to, you know, at least get second, if that's even possible.
Yeah, I think, I'm not sure if the battle's between Williams and Ferrari for P2. Just looking at the comments there, News is Mario saying it's Florida, could be a hurricane coming in. That's very right.
And Terry is saying could be a very important lap for everyone.
Yeah, that's it. If the rain is coming, similar to what we had, but the opposite way in Q3 on Friday, ours started wet and then got drier, so that whoever was the last across the line was setting the fastest time. It could be the first across the line who's the fastest. Has it started?
Yeah, it has, with also in chicane. I did see a couple drops there.
Yeah, I can see a little bit while we're on board with him there. So the rain is starting. Also could be in the best position here. DRS, obviously, it's not raining heavy enough. DRS is still activated. But the track will lose grip and will get worse to drive. So the earlier you're out, the better it's going to be.
And as we found...
There's also dipped into the 28s Friday, as well.
When it rains, it pours at Miami.
Carl 29.5, Mechanical 29.6, Jackie 29.2, Jam 28.9. Oh, 6,000ths of a second ahead of Osso. Now the one to watch is Dylan. What's Dylan going to manage? 28.6. As Bark manages a 29.4 as well, puts himself up there. Just having a look at the rain, it's still quite light at the moment. I don't think anyone will be going for a second push lap here. They probably don't have enough ERS. They probably will look at coming back round to the pitch, but by that time, it might be too wet, so...
We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see too much movement, if I'm honest, but... if I'm honest, brilliant lap time there from Osso, putting himself up P3 now. Yeah, Stingray as well. He said easy 128 for Osso. And then you got DRS disabled, so I don't think you're going to see any improvement now. I think that is how we're going to see the top 10 lining up, which is a disaster for Carl down in P8.
Oh,
Jam P2, Carl P8. That is massive in this this title decider. If they finish where they are, if Carl comes 7th, 8th, 9th or 10th, Jam needs P2 to win.
oh.
Carl's qualified 8th, Jam's P2. So it's going to be interesting for the race.
It's just a wait and find out.
As
Stingray says.
Sorry, go on.
As Stingray says, P3 man, don't get yourself down.
Yeah, brilliant. Brilliant qualifying for Osso there. I know he's just commented saying that he's made some mistakes, but you know, you were out early enough that you took advantage of the drier track. The lads behind you started raining, so track temps dropping massively for them. Jackie has just retired in the pits. He won't be coming back out. He thinks that's it now. And I have to agree, to be honest, with DRS disabled now, track getting wetter, I don't think anyone is going to improve.
As Tarrier says, go have your smoke also.
Yeah, Colin, Chris both retiring as well, so they don't see any improvement there. And the rain is coming down a lot heavier now, so Carl's retired, Dylan's retired. It might be a short qualifying session here at this rate.
No, also need to smoke.
As JJ is asking how many times Carl's finished outside the top 5. I don't have the number to hand, but I'd say it's. I could definitely count it on one hand. He's had a brilliant season, very consistent. I think he's averaged around 15 points a race over the season. That's including obviously the race he missed. That bumps his average up a little bit, but he's been unbelievably consistent this season. But yeah, we've just got this 4-minute waiting game now. Jam's just retired. Just 4 lads left, currently sat in the pits.
I'm just scrolling through the Tier 3 finishing times. So far, he hasn't finished outside the top 5. He's finished 5th.
Yeah, he's been unbelievably consistent. I mean, he was caught out. I think it was Imola early in the season. He disconnected from the session. The AI pitted him, put soft tyres on, which nobody wanted, and then he still managed. I'm sure he still managed to get a podium. Oh, there you go. JJ's just corrected me. It was Zandvoort. At Zandvoort, the AI pitted him for soft tyres, but he still managed to work his way back up once he got back in the session. Unbelievable. It's just King Luckman we're waiting on now. Everyone else has retired.
There we go. In Silverstone.
Is that the only race this season? No.
No, that's last season.
Yeah, we didn't race Silverstone this season.
Oh. Yeah, so, he hasn't finished outside the top 5. Jesus, I can't speak. He's finished within the top 5 all season.
But this is it now. Jam needs to finish P2 if Carl finishes 7th, 8th or 9th. So Carl currently P8, starting P8. Jam starting P2. The pressure is on. This is the exact session now. This is what it's all come to. This whole season has built up for this now. The 29 laps here at Miami.
This is going to be one of the toughest races for both Jam and Carl that they're going to face. I feel anyway.
As Terry has said, if Carl finishes P2, Jam has to be first or second, and then quickly replied with, "No, I'm stupid." I'll be back shortly before the start of the race, but the lads will now be picking strategies. Yep, I'll be back very soon.
No worries. As we are going to find out tyre strategies everyone is on in just a moment. As Terriers tells Dylan, don't be boring. After saying, who is it to? Can't believe I'm saying this, but no chaos into turn 1. So this is going to be mental. As we find out that mediums it is Kane, Bark, Big Lou, Gainful, Hound and Nerf Pack. Everyone else starting on hards, which could cost a lot of drivers going from that hard medium. I found that the hards didn't have that much grip on them on Friday, and yeah, it could possibly deal with a lot for the drivers who have got the mediums on currently, but we'll just have to wait and see with how the track is today rather than on Friday, as we get Dylan's predicted stop strategy: 16.23 hard medium, 12.23 for the mediums, and I'm not sure what the hards are. It's hards, the changeover from medium to soft. As we have Dylan coming up to the line now, but he's going to be waiting on the grid for a while for the other drivers. As now we are just waiting for people to come to the line. Who are we waiting on? We're waiting on Big Lou down, as from Dylan down to Big Dylan to Chris. They're going to be sat there for a little while. Good evening, Clay.
Just a quick tyre check. Top three starting on hards. You got Kane Lowry, Bark, Big Lou, Gameful, Hound and Nerf starting on the mediums. Everyone else opting for the hards, but we are ready to go now. 5 lights and away we go.
Ooh, contact between Chris and Mechanical off the line.
Jam looks like he's making a move up the inside of Osso. He's pulled out of it. Kane Lowry, has he got him? No, Kane Lowry's backed out as well. Jam keeping that 3rd spot now. Osso got a great start jumping Jam. We have got yellow flags. There is contact. Saki's down to the back of the grid. Nerf Pack's dropping down the order a bit as well. The Mechanical is down to 14th as well, so I think that might have been the contact you were talking about. And we've got Citroen. Is that Citroen out? Or no, it's still moving. Missing an M plate on his front wing. Dylan currently pulling a bit of a gap to Osso. Carl P7 all over the back of Jackie at the moment. Let's see if he makes a move. He's trying to go around the outside, coming up to this tricky chicane now. I expect it to be pretty much single file here. And yeah, Jam sticking in touch with Osso. And if I'm honest, I think he's in a good spot because he's got his teammate there, his rear gunner, Lutman, in P4 just behind him. I don't expect Lutman to battle him too hard, to be honest, but we'll see.
Oh, Jam just hit the wall. Not enough to break his wing, but he did just nudge the wall slightly. Sorry, Clay.
No, you're alright, you're alright. Dylan there setting the fastest lap, pulling away at the front. Be interesting to see what happens once DRS starts. Jackie's just got within DRS of Kane, sorry. Keeps dipping in, dipping out, and Citroen has just left the session. His car's still on track. If you can, please send him another invite.
No problem.
Also dropping out of that 1 second range to Dylan as well now, so at the moment Jam isn't in the position he needs to be. He needs to be P2 because Carl is currently sat P7, so but Jam's closing on Osso massively. They're in sector 2, end of that straight. He's been sensible with his ERS as well, he's not burning too much.
also closing that gap under 1 second now. As well.
Yeah,
Never mind.
Citroen's just rejoined. Nerf Pack Mechanical swapping places there as well.
Just looking at the gap between Kay Lowry and Jackie, 1.2 seconds.
Yeah, Dylan setting fastest lap again.
And Carl.
Hound's dropping down the order there. I think Hound's had an incident out of the penultimate corner.
Carl's only got 40% ERS.
Oh, Carl burning a lot of ERS to try and make positions up. Jam's being really sensible with his. Saki's pulled into the pits and retired.
Oh.
That's... Yeah, a bit ridiculous if I'm honest, 3 laps in. I mean, unless he's got rear wing damage, but I've not seen anything massive.
As this track isn't really for overtaking.
It's not, but Jam is past Osso now. Jam is up to P2, which is what he needs, and Gameful's past Carl. Gameful is up to P7, Carl down to P8. Jam is where he needs to be to win the championship.
Oh, this is going to get interesting.
Yeah, we're only 3 laps in, but it is all on the line at the moment. Gameful is pushing, using a lot of ERS to try and stay ahead of Carl here. Just have a quick tyre check again. Carl's on the hards, Jam's on the hards, so they are running the same strategy, so it will need to be done on pure positions. Gameful making up 5 places off the start as Jam sets the fastest lap.
This is gonna get very, very interesting very, very quickly.
Yeah, Jam using a bit more ERS though once he got past Osso. He's down to 50%. Osso still at 65. Lutman just behind Osso as well here. A bit of a DRS train forming behind Jam, and then another one forming behind Jackie as well. And Carl's out of DRS to Gameful. So that will cost him, because Scotty will have DRS now on Carl as well. Carl's below 20% ERS, 4 laps in.
Ooh, this is going to really hurt Carl.
Definitely will. Dylan's still building a gap there to Jam as well. 1.8 second now the lead Dylan's got. Oh, now we've just hit over 2 seconds. Just hit 26 viewers on stream as well, so thank you all, everyone who's tuned in. As always, we appreciate you. Feel free to comment, ask any questions, throw in any predictions. Jam is still holding Osso off as well. Osso with DRS, but Jam is looking fairly comfortable at the moment. Big Lou's just made it past Nerf Pack. Apologies guys, I know we're not flicking through the order too much, but there is obviously a title battle on the line. All comes down to this race between Jam, who's currently in 2nd, Carl in 8th. And if the flag was waved now, Jam would take the championship.
This is nuts.
There's 24 laps to go, so it's not over yet. Lutman's looking to make a move on Osso here as well. DRS. He's almost out of ERS as well, is Lutman. As Gameful's made it past Jackie as well. Gameful now up to P6.
Lutman's actually taking a position.
Yeah, he used a lot of ERS though. He's down under 10% there, getting past Osso. Osso's still saving his ERS at the moment. Gameful using a lot of ERS as well, getting himself past Jackie. And Carl again, he's out of DRS. Scotty's with him. Is Scotty going to make a move down this back straight now? Let's see. He's less than half a second behind. No, not quite. Very close at the braking zone, but not close enough to make a move. See if he gets a good run into turn 1. Mechanical's made it past Big Lou down that back straight as well. And no, unfortunately, Scotty is not close enough. And we've got a yellow flag. Who's that? Is that Big Lou?
That's Big Lou.
Big Lou's had a spin there. He's still going.
We had a nice little one-way battle between Citroen and the Hound at the back.
Yeah, I just flicked on board with that myself. Hound should have... Oh no, he's not got DRS. He must have been over a second behind at the detection zone there.
Oh.
And
Ooh,
James...
got James 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, James Power picking up the first time penalty. Now Lutman's behind Jam, and he is closing the gap on him, but if I'm honest, I don't see him making a move.
No. He's strictly there for a roadblock. You can already tell Jam's instructed it.
Oh, 100%. If he's not, he should have done. Under no circumstances do you pass me. That rear gunner there is what he needs, but both with DRS. Obviously, King Lutman's trying to defend from Osso as well, so there's Gamefuls all over the back of Kane Lowry already. Gamefuls motoring at the moment as Scotty's made it past Carl. They're battling. Scotty's lost 2 positions there. Scotty's lost out. I'm not sure. I don't know whether there were contact, whether he just outbraked himself into that penultimate corner. But Scotty has just lost the position to Bark.
Wow. Gainful 11% ERS.
Yeah, using a lot. I know Lutman was down to about 6% when he made it past Osso. You got your 2 McLarens fighting as well at the moment. Mechanical and Nerf Pack swapping positions lap after lap. Nerf on a faster tyre on the medium. Mechanical on the hard.
Gainful less than 1.5 tenths behind Kane Lowry.
Yeah, very close there at the end of that DRS straight. I do see a fuel light for Kane Lowry and Gameful as well.
That could hurt them.
We'll just have a flip through, see if there's anyone else with the fuel light. No. Maybe they were relying on a safety car. As Jackie has caught up as well, got on the back of this DRS train.
Carl 2 seconds behind Jackie though.
Yeah, not a great start from Carl, to be honest, getting caught out there by Gameful and Jackie. Obviously, he needs to finish as high as possible, with especially with Jam being in second. If Carl finishes any higher than 7th, he wins the championship if Jam stays second. So yeah, there's a lot on the line. 21 laps left to go. It's not going to be decided now, but Gameful looks like he's making a move on Kane Lowry as well. A little switch there, he's gone up the inside at the end of the DRS straight, and he's got the move done, but he is almost out of DRS. Kane Lowry fighting back, trying to get up the inside, round the little hairpin there. But Gameful's got it done.
That will give Kane Lowry DRS on Gainful.
Yeah, Gameful has just managed to dip back into DRS of Osso. I think Osso's missed it. Yeah, Osso's no DRS here. So he's using a lot of VRS to try and stay ahead of Gameful. If I'm honest, this helps the 2 Mercedes there. I think Lutman obviously now 1.2 seconds clear of us, so within half a second of Jam, I think he'll just sit behind him, to be honest, use Jam to tow him along and build that gap. as James Powers just made it past Mechanical as well. And Mechanical's made it back past him on the run to the straight. A lot of ERS usage going on further down the order there. Chris still at 65%. Bark still at 83%. And Bark's all over the back of Carl as well. Carl's below 10% ERS. So Carl's definitely not just sitting comfortably, he is pushing.
Oh yeah. Can't get it into the hairpin. Don't forget we have got the straight coming out of the chicane.
Yeah, just looking at the comments there, Dan asking if Carl's got damage. There's nothing visible, can't see any damage, but he's definitely struggling. There's Kane Lowry and Jackie are fighting just ahead as well. Carl keeps the position.
Gameful in the pits.
Yeah, it started. Oh, he's got a 5-second penalty for speeding as well, so that'll help Carl. That'll help Carl. We've got an Alfa Romeo that we're going slow out the final corner there. I think that was Scotty. Yeah, Gameful started on the mediums, so I'd expect to see him pit earlier. Terry is asking if Carl finishes P6 and Jam's second. I believe Carl wins it. If Carl finishes P6, Jam needs to win.
P2 would get him a draw.
Right. And as we know, Jam would win that on countback. Oh, it's just one of them. I just hope there's nothing decided by the stewards. I hope it is decided on track.
Fair and square.
Yeah, fair and square. Good clean race. It's been clean so far. I've not seen any issues myself.
No.
Just noticed Gameful jumping up 2 positions there. James Power and Mechanical. Yeah, Carl's just dipping. Oh, as Gameful's got another 5-second penalty, so he's currently got 10 seconds worth of penalties, which is not good for Gameful at all.
That could potentially help Carl later on in the race.
Yeah, that's it. Gameful was ahead of him when he pitted. Not sure whether there'd have been any avoiding action or anything in terms of getting that removed, but that's a job for the stewards. Gameful's hit the wall. He's hit the wall. He's spun.
Oh,
but he's got no damage.
Huh? How can he hit the wall without any damage?
I don't quite know.
What is this sorcery?
I wish I had his car, to be fair.
Same here. Maybe I'd actually finish the race on Friday.
Lutman as well, just still sitting in that rear gunner position behind his team.
Mechanical going around the outside of James. James outbrakes himself.
Tries to pull back on there, pulls in alongside Mechanical. Ooh. I think there's a bit of contact there. James has hit the inside wall. Yeah, he was rejoining the track there. He's picked up a 3-second penalty as well for multiple warnings. Oh, as he has another bit of a moment there. I'm not sure if that was with Big Lou or just cutting that corner there onto that back straight.
He hasn't got any damage either. So I don't know what's going on.
He didn't hit a wall or anything, I don't think. We have seen obviously wing damage so far this race, so the damage is definitely on. Dylan doing a brilliant job just leading from the front. Also has now got back within DRS. James Powell has retired. I think we've got big loot into the pits as well.
Indeed we do.
Yeah, also just back within DRS on Lutman as well. Carl's still sort of sat in no man's land really, 1.4 behind Jackie, and he's keeping back just under a second behind him as we get a lovely onboard shot of Osso's face. Osso's used a lot more ERS now as well, but Lutman still looks comfortable picking up that DRS from his teammate. Looks like he's keeping that position. Field is starting to spread a bit now as well.
I'm currently on board with Bark, 8/10 behind Carl.
Yeah, just looking at the comments there, Terry is saying this tier is elite. Yeah, if I'm honest, I think we've had a 5-way battle into the final race of the season for 3 of the last 4 seasons, if I remember rightly.
Yes. Car Mechanical Jam last season. Toast Jam Mechanical season before.
I think Kane Lowry was in that one as well. I think Kane's been in in the 5-way battle in 2 of the seasons. But yeah, definitely get good close racing here in Tier 3. And yeah, Lutman playing perfect rear gunner here as Chris looks to be making a move on Chip. The end of the DRS straight there in Sector 2. Chris has that inside line as they're coming up to the chicane now. Looks like, yeah, he's got that move done. See if Chip has any fight back in him down this DRS straight now. Oh, Cal's all over the back of Jackie. He's been pushing. He was just a 10th behind there at the end of that DRS straight. DRS into turn 1. Let's see how close he manages to get. Oh, doesn't manage to get it done. He has got back within his DRS range as well, so it's going to be close this. Carl is using a lot of ERS as well. Let's see what Jam is on at the moment. Jam's still 35%, 30%. Dylan's still at 90%.
Oh, jeez.
Everybody behind him is using a lot. He's not, so he's just using his ERS there, trying to stay ahead of Bark. Is Bark close enough to make any sort of move? I don't think he is. I think track limits may have a part to play in this as well, you know. Obviously, that chicane, sort of, the fastest line is slightly cutting the corners. It can suck you into potentially taking a bit too much. And we've got a yellow flag in Sector 2.
1 warning. 4 track limits.
Scotty's just had a moment in Sector 2, think it was out of the chicane. And he's lost an end plate on his front wing. Gameful managing to take advantage there, get past him.
Oh. Scott just hit the wall.
Yeah, Scotty's just had another moment now, last corner, and that's a VSC.
Ooh.
No, this is it now. You don't want anyone picking up a penalty for speeding under the VSC. They'll have to keep an eye on, and Scotty's picked up a 5-second penalty speeding in the pit lane. Yeah, this could ruin your race now, picking up a drive-through for speeding under the VSC. And we've seen it is easy to do at times.
Yeah.
Perfect time for me to just pour another drink.
Happy days. A Citron picks up a drive-through penalty.
And Jampot's picked one up as well. Jam's got a drive-through.
Oh my! Oh!
Jam's got a drive-through. He's ruined it. Kane Lowry's into the pits. Carl's up to P6 as well, so Jam needed to win. And he's just picked up a drive-through penalty. That is disastrous there for Jam.
Oh no!
You literally, because of the commentator said, you know, worst thing possible is picking up a drive-through. As we are back racing, that's unfortunate for Jam. Really unfortunate.
Oh,
Yeah, he was doing everything he needed to do as well. That's unfortunate. Carl is up to P6 as well with Kane Lowry pitting under that VSC.
Now what's Jam gonna do? Don't forget, he's still got to save the pit stop, with its pit window being open as well. Jam into the pits.
He's into the pits. This will be serving his drive-through surely. Osso's followed him in as well. Osso hoping to get the undercut on Luckman. Dylan's into the pits as well.
Carl's into the pits.
Dylan's out. Jam is just behind Dylan. So Jam has just served his drive-through. Dylan's now on the mediums, 12 laps to go. Carl is into the pits, just coming out now on the medium tyres. Kane Lowry. So Carl's managed to overcut Kane Lowry as well. Chip Hazard and Gameful fighting there through sector 1. Gameful looks like he's just come out ahead. It's yeah, absolutely crazy.
Wow.
I think Barks just had a moment as well. Dylan has just took him on track. Dylan has pitted Barks, yet to pit, but that'll give Jam DRS.
That is Jam going past Barks now.
Yeah, Jam up into P4 on track, still yet to pit though. What do you think now? Bit risky for
pit stop now.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Do you think he just comes in, gets the pit stop done, or does he hang it out and wait for a safety car? But he's made that decision already. So Carl will get past him.
There we go, Carl's got past.
Kane Lowry's passed as well. Will Chris make it past Jam? No, I don't think he will.
No.
Jam's now come out in P8. Tyres will be, what, 1 lap fresher?
Yeah.
Probably not enough to make a difference, if I'm honest. He's now 7.5 seconds behind Carl. Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't want to see the championship battle decided over something like that. But as we know from Tier 3 over the past number of seasons, it is definitely not over till they cross that line. You know, we've seen 2 title challengers spin out with 2 corners to go on the final lap of the race. I remember Dan's first F-bomb on stream.
I believe I have yet to drop an F-bomb on stream.
We've got Lutman into the pits, Jackie into the pits as well. Also, and Bark making it through. Bark's yet to pit as well. Oh, is that Kane Lowry? Kane Lowry's facing a wall. He's got wing damage. He's trying to get into the pits. He is into the pits, so no safety car or VSC there.
A safety car really would have made things a bit interesting.
Now, that is the most curse of the commentator comment. As we've got a yellow flag in sector 2, I think that's Scotty. Yeah, he's just been passed by Citroen. Scotty having a moment there through the chicane. Bark is pushing and catching also at the moment, but Bark's still yet to pit, I believe. Has he pitted?
No, he hasn't. He is the last one to pit.
So that'll move Carl up to P5, Jam to P6.
Oh, I was going to say they're going to be right behind each other. Seven and a half seconds then the gap from Jam to Carl. And yeah, it's going to be interesting in the last 9 laps of what's going to happen, really.
Yeah, I don't think there's much advantage there in the 1 lap fresher tyres. Like, it's you know, if it was a number of laps, it'd make a bit of a difference later in the race, but just 1 lap difference. Unfortunately, Ninja's just left the session and left the party. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think the tyre advantage that Jam's got is going to be enough. He has just closed by around 7/10. Maybe a bit of a mistake there from Carl, but Carl currently sat in prime position. If Carl finishes P6, Jam needs to win the race. And if I'm honest, it's not looking like he'll do it yet, but there is 8 laps left to go. Anything can happen from here. As JJ's just pointed out as well, he remembers when T-Bag brought out a safety car last race of the season and it cost Cal the title. So, yeah, swings and roundabouts, these things come around. Bark is now losing time massively to Lutman. Jackie now within DRS of him as well. Jam's closed that gap to Carl by a second. As T-Bag says, not saying a word, leave me out of it. Terry is wondering whether Bark's going for a medium soft. Yeah, you could be right, 8 laps left. It would make sense. Jackie's almost pushing him through the chicane here. see with this run now, DRS on. Jackie is out of ERS though, so will he... I don't think he's got the pace there. Is he going for a move up the inside? He is, he's gone for it. Jackie makes it pass back. Looks like he's coming into the pits, he is. So Carl will now go through. Jam's closed that gap as well to under 6 seconds. Just wait for the timings to update. Yeah, 5.8 seconds, 5.7. So Jam is pushing. Dylan's still looking very comfortable out front as well. Over a 5-second gap back to Osso. Luckman in 3rd place as well. But it's not looking good for Jam at the moment. Unfortunately, he was in prime position, but picked up a drive through under a VSC. Sorry, it isn't over yet, but it's definitely looking a lot harder of a job now. He has to pass Carl on track as well as make it to the front. And we've got yellow flags in sector 2. I think that was Big Lou having a moment. Still seems to have his wing intact, but he is ghosted there. Jam now down to 4.6 seconds to Carl. He is pushing. And Lutman's out. Lutman's retired. It's a full safety car. Oh my God. You couldn't make this up. Lutman has crashed out. And he's brought out the safety car. So now Carl is up to 4th. Jam is up to 5th. Jam with a lap fresh of tyres and will be pushing for the last 6 laps. This is going to be a crazy sprint. At the moment, no time penalties between the two either. A time penalty, a track limit penalty could decide the title here. And this is it now. Pressure is on. Your 2 title challengers currently sat P4, P5. Carl doing enough at the moment to take the championship. Jam needs to make a move, so Jam will be looking to be aggressive off the start. Dylan's into the pits. Osso's in. Is Carl coming in? Is he staying out? No, Carl's staying out. He can't risk it. He can't risk it. Jam as well, doing the same, staying out. But now they're going to have guys on fresher tyres behind them. Oh, Osso's come out just ahead of Jam, so not ideal for Jam there. Osso getting through. Dylan, if I'm honest, on the soft tyres, probably going to just pull away at the start. But it'll be interesting to see Osso, Carl battle, and Jam as well in there. As always, tier 3, don't let us have an easy race. There's no way the title will be decided with 8 laps to go. They'll leave it down to the wire. Yeah, this is going to be, fun. Osso's going to be racy on them softs. He's looked good. He looked good all night, to be honest. He looked good through quali. Obviously taking advantage of a wet Q3 session and getting his lap in early securing himself P3, I think it was. He's looked good all race, looked nailed on for a P2, and then obviously decided to pit there for a fresh set of softs, so he'll be looking to get past Carl as quick as he can. Yeah, as Dan's just pointed out, title's still in Carl's hands at the moment, providing he's not involved in any incidents. Obviously, we don't wish that on anyone, but as we've seen a number of times over Tier 3, the safety car restarts when lads are pitting for fresher tyres. It can be a bit chaotic, so we'll see. Oh, Mechanical's retired under the safety car. He's crashed out on the straight. I'm not too sure what's happened there. Maybe he just wants to spectate. He wants to watch this spectacle we've got for the title battle. This is what it comes down to now. 4 laps to go. Safety car. I'd probably expect to see the safety car lap in this lap message. The field looks fairly bunched up. I think Bark was braking fairly heavily there, so there is a gap now between Bark and the car in front. Not too sure what's going on there. But the field looks fairly condensed. Only 4 laps to go. I think we should see the safety car in this lap. The message hasn't popped up. Yeah, so it looks like we've got another lap under the safety car. Field should be fully condensed by now. I know obviously Citroen's a bit further back, but there shouldn't be gaps between the rest of the drivers. As you've got Bark into the pits and Chip into the pits, all I can assume is they've picked up wing damage. Yeah, Bark having a wing replacement. And Chip, yeah, wing replacement as well. Yeah, I agree the safety car should have been in that lap. Not too sure whether people pushing the distances between the car in front. If that is the case, stewards will look at it. You will receive a penalty if you're intentionally slowing to extend the safety car. As Andy says, does anyone else want Osso to win the last race of the season? I mean, I'd love to see it, but we know Osso. He's probably 5 laps short of fuel at this moment. Yeah, we won't talk about safety car incidents. Still don't agree with it. Still think the GOAT was robbed. But yeah, personal opinion, we'll leave it there. And there we go, safety car is in this lap, so Dylan will start back in the pack up now. Dylan on fresh softs, also on fresh softs. Carl on 9 lap old mediums, while Jam's on 8 lap old mediums. This is what it comes down to now. 3 lap sprint to the end for the title. Yeah, T-Bag pointed out as well though, we probably won't see DRS reactivated. Dylan has gone, he's caught Carl out, Carl 8 tenths behind. Jam looks like he's got a jump on Osso, to be honest, but them soft tyres should fire up fairly quickly. Yeah, Osso's all over the back of Carl, he's looking fast, he's looking racy. As we go on to this straight now, Jackie's all over the back of Jam as well. Also pushing here on Carl, but not close enough to get a move done. Jackie looked like he was looking at a late dive there on Jam, but thought better of it at the last moment. Osso's looking quick through these sections though. Will he be able to make a move into the final 2 corners at the end of this DRS straight here now? Carl going defensive on the exit of the corner, whether he's just got a bad run out of it, but Osso's looking close. He doesn't have his ERS on though, he's not pushing. Gameful making it up past Chris, Gameful up into P6. Dylan just running away with this now at the front, 2.5 second gap. Also, Gameful's picked up a 3-second penalty. As I say, this could be decided on penalties. Fields so close together at the moment. If either of them pick up a 3-second penalty, that could decide it. Also looking a bit wide though, trying to get a good run on Carl onto this straight. He's pushing now, 1/4 second between himself and Carl. The gap's going up slightly. Also just not getting them softs to work. Is he going for it? No, he closed in, but unfortunately too late down the straight. Jam, disaster for Jam, just sitting watching the two ahead. Drive through completely ruining Jam's race, to be honest. Just do a quick ERS check. Jam is using a lot, Carl's using a lot as well, so fairly level on ERS. Look like Jam are going to make a move on Osso there. Osso seems to be falling off the back of Carl a little bit. DRS is enabled for the final lap of the race. You got a yellow flag there. Barks had an issue at the penultimate corner. DRS available. What is going to happen now? Osso's pushing hard to take that P2. He wants that P2. He's worked hard all race for it. Did a brilliant job in qualifying, and he's had a splendid race as well, to be honest. Coming onto this straight now with DRS on Carl ahead. Carl thinking more about the championship. Jam 2 positions behind him. DRS now open of Osso and Jam. Osso's not close enough, but Jam's got a run on Osso. He just tucks in behind. So them soft tyres for Osso not working. Not working like he'd have expected. Osso having a moment there as well. Little spin. Jam's inside him. Osso's picked up a 3-second penalty there. I think there was a bit of contact between himself and Jam. Through the chicane there. Chip picking up 3 seconds. Jam looking to get a move done into the final corner. He's up to P3. Osso's fighting back, trying to go around the outside. Dylan setting the fastest lap on the last lap. Jam and Osso in the battle to the line there. And I think that is it. I think Carl is the driver's champion. Carl is your Tier 3 champion in Season 6. It's come down to the final race of the season. Jam's took him all the way, but Carl, Mr. Consistent, had a brilliant drive all season. Jam obviously unfortunate tonight with the drive-through picked up, but it's been entertaining, definitely been entertaining. Yeah, T-Bag saying other than last season with Blue, it's always come down to the last race of the season for Tier 3. Yeah, unbelievably close racing all season. It did at the start look like Carl was going to run away with it. Had a brilliant few results at the beginning, but then slowly just stayed consistent while the other lads found more pace, jumped up. Carl finishing P2 after a P8 start. Massive result there for Carl. And that avoiding any stewards' penalties that should secure him the title. Dylan, just, yeah, another astounding race there. Taking the fastest lap and the race win. Jampot, after serving his drive-through, finishing P3. Also finishing P5 after his time penalty. Yeah, 5 drivers DNFing. Mechanical, Luckman, Scotty, James Powers and Saki. But yeah, thank you everyone who's tuned in. Thank you everyone who's commented. We appreciate all your support over the whole season here at Tier 3. Join us the weekend of March the 31st when Season 7 goes live. We are taking a 1-week break between Season 6 and Season 7. So I believe it will be the 2nd of April, the first race for Tier 3 in Season 7. New grids, we've got the driver draw coming, I believe, a week today. We will put an announcement out just to confirm that, but join us for the driver draw, where obviously all teams and constructors will be selected for tiers 1, 2 and 3. Pots will be confirmed for all drivers as well. We'll know exactly who's in what tier. But yeah, thank you for all your support across the season. Appreciate you all. Make sure you stay tuned.